Okay. I'm not... Oh my god, shut up. I was not touching the button. As soon as I hit down, it just starts going infinitely. Nicely programmed menu.
Dia hijau mau hijau, tapi tidak akan lama dia kuning lalu merah kedip-kedip. Nah, seperti itu ya, kuning, merah, kedip-kedip.
Enter, back, put it in there, on, blue. And I'll do this for infinity if I allow it to. Shut off. Any day now. There we go. Alright, so when I try to boot back into safe mode, it doesn't allow me to do that. So supposedly you're supposed to hold it for 7 seconds and it'll beep twice and go into safe mode. So let's see. There's my second beep, but that's the beep signaling that it's about to shut off. And there it goes. Take the
It's like that, huh? It's red. Now you got it.
Now in half and put it on the entire floor. Okay.
Everyone, welcome back with another tutorial. In this video I'm going to be talking about what to do if you're having the unrecognized disk error or not reading.
The disc and it's saying can't recognize the disc, make sure it's not damaged or dirty, and that it's not inserted upside down.
Close game. Alright, here we go. Closing the app. Closing the app. What's going on here, Sony? Sony. Oh, what happened here? System software error. Something went wrong with the system software. Great job, guys.
reason, after having black screens and giving me errors and stuff. There you go, the update files.
PlayStation games. So first off, got Gran Turismo 2 for PS1. Let's go ahead and get it started. We're gonna make some magic happen. Xbox did not recognize this disc.
To get these straightened up and how we fix that super cap. This is just blinking the red because I don't have the AV connection plugged in, so that's completely normal for now.
turn on TV.
Why are you doing that, Tyler? Are you
What?
Are you
What?
taking me?
What the? What the? Shut up! What the? Oh my god! That is not the flag ringing goddamn death! There you go, you guys. Play some Call of Duty now. What's going on? Fuck, man. Wait, no, wait. Hold on. Yes, me go. Right. Damn it! God, mother!
Yeah.
La pantalla en negro con el error que se detecta. Procedemos a la aplicación.
Xbox a little while ago. Broke within probably an hour and a half of me getting it. Still green light right now. And it just turned to red light. And it goes up to this. System error. E68. The guy that I called when I called Microsoft, the guy actually didn't even know what the error message was. Red light. Right there. It's gonna give you
Drop down. Well, I'll be back.
Now I'll show you guys how it starts. So it lights up green like it's going to start, and then right before it would normally do the Xbox 360 boot screen, it gives you the red light.
Hey, there we go, guys. And that it is how it's done in real time. Let me put my Xbox to my face so you can see me. And that is how it's done, guys.
Here to watch Netflix or whatever, and when I turn it on, I get a black screen. I don't know why. I'm pressing, the button, but nothing's happening. But if I hold the button down, then I get this option. That's all I can do. I read that it's called like a black screen of death or something like that. If I can't fix it, that would kind of suck though, because it's like the Gears of War 4 limited edition Xbox, and it would suck if it broke, which it might have. But any help would be just, if you know anything, you can help me.
Xbox One X. 21st.
the green screen again, and there's the error code. System error, contact customer support, E200 000 and then 8 more zeros.
Here, I'm still trying to download this thing. Looks like we have about 4 minutes remaining. Yeah, wish me luck. Anyways, let's give this beastie a few more moments. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We will receive the error code. Yep, right there you go. Anyways, the last thing I want to do is contact Microsoft. And it's funny how via their website, it's incredibly difficult to locate their contact number. Everything kind of pushes you to post to the forums or communicate to them via...
As you see, I got error message E102. This has been happening quite a while. I understand. Still get this error message 1E101. So I'm getting both error messages, and nobody or nothing. I've been done my research, and I've still not found a way to get it.
Now, so obviously you won't see the screen like this, but you can see what happened. So this is what I saw on the screen: restart this Xbox. Now at this point
Xbox Series X. It's been real glitchy. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? I was, in the middle of uploading the video, and then I tried to go back to Cold War. It won't let me close it out.
Ice cube, replacement shell, reset.
I can't get them both in the frame because I have the controller cord tied up. This disc could not be read.
then let me press the button. This happens. The error code is 160-1400.
If you turn it on, it does nothing. And it says no signal, and the controller does not turn on. If you try to turn on the controller, it does nothing. It will just try to connect to the console, and it will say, nope, I can't connect. Nothing. Dead.
Konnichiwa, こんばんは、夢の千春です。今回は全方セルフィーで撮っているんですけど、それはいいんですよ。この Wii U がね、今、
Smash Bros. And this was completely fine, no scratches or anything. You put it in the game, started it up, and it gave me this error code. I'm not sure the exact error code it was.
Any of your software, and it's not allowing me to do that. I get this error code for every single game that I own that I tried to update to get onto that online. Anyway, error code here that you'll see is the 1656596 code. It's just a hardware error code. And watch it happen. Agency boundaries. There is a problem with USB storage device. Please contact the manufacturer of the device. Check the device's manual for contact information. And see this error code right here. These are all values.
Blink. Blink. F***ing blink. You know what this means. My Wii U is dead. After doing a little research, I've discovered apparently the blue light here, blinking, is basically the equivalent of the red ring of death, or the yellow ring of death, or yellow light, or whatever on the PS3, or that the PS3 had. So this is apparently the blue light of death. I've killed the system itself.
What's gonna happen? The software was closed because an error occurred. That's all the
update software for the game. I thought it was my cartridge, but it wasn't. It was actually the memory card that was the problem. So it took me a while. As you can see, it does this error and doesn't want to download.
And I'm going to plug it into the bottom here, and you'll see now that in a few seconds it will throw up an error code. There we go, an error has occurred, and this is the error code. You can see 20110301. Right, it's really easy to solve this one, so just...
This might help a lot of you guys, because if you are seeing that you couldn't find the use for this code. The code error is 21530321. And
it's telling me an error has occurred. Please press the power button to restart the console. Don't know how well you guys can see that, but and watch, I'm gonna press it.
So what we want to do is, sorry about this. Alright, what you want to do is boot up to the main menu. And you want to go into Pixel Chat. Then we want to go into any chat room, don't really care. So you're now entered, and then remove the game cartridge. And it comes out as this pinky pinkness. And to remove this pinky pinkness, all you need to do is reboot.
I tried it and it's completely different from the pink or blue screen. I'll show you now. So I'm in Pixel Chat and I'm going to take out the game. And as you can see, the screen is green.
You can't even format it.
Oh, so I'm gonna head into the Notepad channel. Alright. Which was called Serum Memo, but but they still had it. So okay. Alright. Service for the software has been discontinued. Visit support in Nintendo.com. Error code 201.
Now when I turn the system on, it lights up. And you can hear through the speakers the music. But as you can clearly see, not only is there no screen, buttons aren't responding. Would you look at that? But this still doesn't make any sense. As you can see, the system is up to date. At this point, the system is supposed to naturally reset. That's not the case. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how to fix it.
But when I do that, here's what it says. Error code error code 0054240.
Nintendo gadget hides one of the creepiest Easter eggs ever. The Game Boy camera was a fun little add-on released in the year 1998. You could add it onto your Game Boy to take photos, but if you go to the menu and select Run, suddenly this shows up, a nightmarish face with the words, "Who are you running from?" And then the game crashes. Nintendo never explained why this face exists, so leave a like and subscribe, or else you will be running from me.
The Game Boy Color. On the boot up screen when playing certain games, when you press the A or B button and the D-pad, you can filter through these hidden color palettes. The more you know.